Yes, Gibraltar's European journey continued here at Europa Point tonight, and as you rightly say there, a tough game, a tough pill to swallow. But you also rightly mentioned that this was against Slovakia, the highest ranked nation in League C. And to put that into perspective, there's 21 other countries in League C, and this is the best of the best. I mean, the favourites to win this group would have been favourites to win any other group. So it's definitely been a difficult lesson for the team, but one we knew would come somewhere down the road. So yeah, it was 8-0, it was 3-0 at half-time after the first 45, and Moravkova, the striker, was, I suppose, the star player. She bagged herself 4 goals in the 90 minutes. And now joined live by the head coach, Gibraltar's head coach, Scott Wiseman. Scott, we rightly mentioned there, a tough pill to swallow for the team.
Yeah, definitely is. We couldn't be proud of the girls for the way they attacked the start of the game. We started very well on the front foot. I think a defining moment was the elbow to Shania in the second half. I can't understand why she wasn't sent off. It was clearly a swing. The referee saw it, the linesman saw it, the fourth official saw it, and from my point of view, it was clear that she swung at Shania. So it was disappointing, and then from there, it was always going to be difficult for us in the second half.
It was a difficult second half. I mean, there is players injured, and it hasn't helped now that Charlian Pizarro came off injured, and I imagine Caitlin Chapman also came off injured at half-time, or was that something tactical?
No, unfortunately, we've had kind of a perfect storm with injuries this week. We had Dahlia, unfortunately, came off with a knee injury 2 days ago. Caitlin had food poisoning yesterday and gave us as much as she could, and she just couldn't give us any more. Charlie came off in the first half, so it was shocking to some really key players for us as well.
So how difficult is it going to be now to kind of, I suppose, not only brush off mentally, but considering the injury list we now have going into Tuesday's game against the Faroe Islands?
To be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be difficult at all. These girls have shown so much resilience over the 2 years that we've been here that I have no worries about the way they're going to bounce back. We knew the challenges we faced. We knew what was going to come up against at some point in this Nations League. And that was there today. They're a fantastic team, and rightly so. They get all the plaudits they deserve. We knew it was going to be difficult, but we're not fearful, and we know what to expect come Faroe Islands on Tuesday.
Slovakia were very good, and I think it's fair to say Caitlin Roga was very good in between the sticks. I think I saw a stat, something like 17 attempts on target. So, I mean, just how incredible has she been?
No, she's been amazing since day one she came in. She's been a breath of fresh air. She's been fantastic. And she saved us in many games throughout the last 2 years or 18 months since she came in. So for her to put in that performance was brilliant. And we know she's got that in her locker. Not happy that she had to deal with that many shots, but against a team like Slovakia, we knew it was going to be key that all of our players stepped up, and all of them did step up, even through the difficulties.
8-0 the final result, but on a personal level, Scott, you've been there wearing that same shirt. I mean, there's no one really best or better to talk to them after the game than yourself. I mean, what did you tell the players?
That I've been on the end of these where we've been sat there after the dressing room by not going to win in the game, or not going to try something in the game, and still had an 8-0 or a 6-0 or 7, whatever it may be. The girls started on the front foot, they tried to press until the end. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, we're going to have to fail our way forward at times. But these performances have to happen. So when we go to watch the game back tomorrow and we go through the errors, we can learn from that. And so far over the last 18 months, we've learned from every game that we've had, every bit of adversity, and we've come back stronger.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.
The Gibraltar head coach Scott Wiseman speaking to us here. A difficult pill for Gibraltar to swallow, 8-0 against Slovakia. You can rightly mention the top-ranked team in League C. Well, the team are jetting off to Denmark to then get to the Faroe Islands for their second game of this international window against the Faroe Islands on Tuesday night.